Hey there, I'm Kat, and I'm talking to the man of the hour, Ryan Hurd. He is doing a fundraiser to help out the Lake Allegan Association. So glad to have you aboard. I was telling you, we live right, I never knew this. I'd heard, oh, there's this musician and his parents live on the lake. And I was like, well, that's super cool. I used to do country radio and now I do oldies radio, but I never knew until your mom came across on the kayak that you guys are right across the cove. So cool.
Well, yeah, thank you for having me. And I love Lake Allegan and I love West Michigan. I grew up there, went to high school there, and still have so many friends in just from being from growing up there. They still and the lake is really special, and it's special to our family, and it's special to everybody that uses it, not just the people that live on the lake. So it's really important to me and to my family to keep it around for as long as we can. And I'm really excited for our show at the Griswold Auditorium.
So, how long have you guys been on the lake? Your mom was telling me it's in the family, right?
Sure, my grandfather built a little cottage there, I think in 1972. So this is our 54th summer, I believe.
Wow. And you've got quite a crew.
We sure do. It's really fun. Our family uses it all summer long and even in the wintertime. And the lake's just really, really amazing. And even if you don't have a house on the lake, there's plenty of access for other boaters to use the lake and people to come and enjoy it. So it's just really important, I think, not just to our family, but to all of the people, in the surrounding area to continue to use it and enjoy it.
And the cool thing is, I mean, it's part of the Kalamazoo River. It's dammed off, but there are eagles there every day. There are, all kinds of wildlife, and it's just amazing.
It's an amazing lake. The fishing is incredible. Um, I have a big speedboat, but I love waking up in the morning and looking down the lake and seeing how many fishermen are out there. And if I see any fishermen, I'm like, well, we can't go yet. We got to let those guys kind of have their time.
Yeah.
But it's a really amazing spot, and I hope, and there's we have a little party beach that people pull their boats up to and have an afternoon, and it's a really special place, and it's kind of weird. I grew up in Kalamazoo. And I would tell people in the summertime, like, oh, I'm going to our cottage on Lake Allegan, and they would be like, I don't know that one. And there's just so many lakes in West Michigan. It's such a beautiful part of the world. I feel really kindred with everybody in the Midwest when I tour, and but especially when I come back to home, it's like between like Chicago and Kalamazoo and Lake Michigan, and especially Lake Allegan. I realize how special it is, how it's almost like a hidden gem, but it
I
is
was going to say that.
the people who live there really, really enjoy it. It doesn't have a ton of boat traffic, and I hesitate to even talk about that because I don't selfishly would like it to stay that way, but I also know that the more people that know about the lake and use it, the more opportunity we have to enjoy it for a really long time.
Yeah, and the reason we are waxing, nostalgic and loving the lake is because it's under threat at this point.
Obviously, I just think it provides so much value economically and recreationally, and obviously we have things to consider like property values but I think beyond just the selfish parts of it, um, it's a really, really amazing lake for the public to use. There's so many people that drop their fishing boats every morning and come and fish our lake. There's so many jet skiers that come and ride around and have a great time. Pontoon boats come down all the time, and then obviously the people that um, have homes and boats on the lake use it all summer long. It's a really special place, and I think that the more that people know about it, the more people would agree with us. And also, I just think like we have a really great opportunity to put on a great show in West Michigan in a place that obviously gets a lot of country music through the Allegan County Fair, but the Griswold Auditorium is really beautiful. And when it's full of people, it's such an amazing night. We've done this before and we've sold it out And it's great for community theater. It's great for a lot of different uses. But when you put like a concert in there, it is really amazing and it's so fun. And I just love that too about the town. Like downtown Allegan is amazing. There's great restaurants, there's great bars, there's great people. There's all kinds of people too. It's not in no way is it a homogeneous little town, small town. There's all kinds. And the more I've grown up, the more I've appreciated that.
So you started coming here as a
A
little kid,
baby,
a
as
baby.
a baby. Yeah, my parents.
Wow. Do you have any special memories?
Oh man, we're kind of teaching our kids right now. I have a 6-year-old, and my brother has three little kids, and they're all getting into boating. But I remember my mom. They're kind of learning to like wake surf with us, and they're tubing. And my mom was like, "I can't believe they're doing all this. They're so little." And I said, "Mom, it's better than it being May and 55 degrees and you strapping us to two skis and saying, 'See you later.'" So I remember I have so many memories of just like learning how to do all these things. I have a photo. I'm in my house right now in Nashville, and I'm looking over here to my right, and I have a photograph of the 1986 Rinker speedboat that my grandfather bought,
Ah,
brand new. And that was our boat for years and years. And I ended up, when he didn't want it anymore, I took it to Tennessee, and it was my first boat in Tennessee, and ended up, running it into the ground until it just wouldn't go anymore. And places like that are, I mean, memories like that are. It's a lot more fun when I don't know. There's so many family moments. I've had New Year's with my friends at our cottage, and I'm
mhm.
not trying to make it sound like I don't want it to be an entirely selfish endeavor to raise money for the Lake Association to find a new partner for the dam. I think for me, it really is about like this is a community asset more so than just like property values or anything else. It's used by so many people in the area, and I hope that everybody continues to use it.
Right. I mean, we've been here for about 10 years, and I remember planes land on the lake.
We had one the other day, and I took a
Yeah.
video of it. We all stopped, and all of our kids looked and watched the plane for about 5 minutes. And what an amazing thing!
Oh my gosh, yes, absolutely. There's so many great memories. Yeah, we live here year round. So Christmas time, you take a walk down the hill and stand at the lake shore, and you still see all the nature and all the people that are still around that enjoy it. It's just amazing. It's just
My
amazing.
my last album is called Midwest Rock and Roll, and I shot the cover photo in January a couple of years ago, and we had 4 inches of ice on the lake, and so it's me standing out on, you know, pretty far out there on the ice. And I remember my mom got pretty mad at me because she didn't understand how thick the ice was, but I guess somebody had to go test it. It wasn't me, but I mean, it is a cool winter spot for sure. It's a beautiful place in the wintertime.
And the most recent, is it the most recent album that has you coming out of the water?
Yeah, I did that too. We drilled a little hole and got in the lake in the middle of the winter, and it was pretty cold. It wasn't my favorite thing I've ever done.
I was gonna say, I was like, there's our house in the back there. We're right
There you
behind
go. That's cool.
there.
That's
Yeah, we're
awesome.
blacked out, but we're there. I was gonna ask you, when I interview folks, I've done radio for 40 plus years.
Oh.
And if we're gonna post this on our YouTube channel, and you will see all the different people that I've interviewed. But I have two questions that I always ask folks. And number one is, obviously you live obviously are such a talented human being, musician. What is the pinch me moment where you stood there and said, I cannot believe this is happening to me? Someone you met, something that happened to you. It doesn't
Um.
have to be professionally, it could be anything.
Oh, I think the first time we got to go to the Grammys and meeting Clive Davis and going to the Clive Davis party was pretty special.
Wow.
We've had a lot of those, and I've gotten to do a lot of really incredible things just being with Marin. But um, the that party is pretty cool, and I remember the whole point of the party is for Clive to stand up and introduce who's at the party. and he introduced Marin and then made it a point to also say like, and she brought Ryan, who's a songwriter in his own right with hits and a very like respected catalog. And I thought that was really like
Wow.
that guy didn't need to go out of his way to recognize me.
Wow.
But he did. And I mean, this man started Arista Records. I ended up being on Arista Records. I'm looking at a plaque right now. It says it's a gold record of Chasing After You. I have 3 gold records as an artist, and I'm looking at this one, and it says Arista Nashville. So that's, I mean, that to me, like being like, I would never call that man a peer, but like being in this, I guess being on campus with some of those
Right,
people is
right.
pretty. I mean, that's a pretty that's a pinch me moment for sure.
Absolutely. Just being in the same airspace as someone like that. And I'm
Yep,
sure there were plenty of stars around in that room the
there
same
sure
night.
were. There sure were.
Wow. Wow. And some of the folks that you've worked with, Blake Shelton. I mean, that is
Yeah,
amazing.
I've gotten to write for and with a whole lot of people. I wrote. I'm really close with Charles Kelly from Lady A, and I've written a lot of songs for those guys and had some hits
Wow.
with them. And I mean, they're going to be in the Country Music Hall of Fame one day. And even some of the newer people I've gotten to write for and with, like Bailey Zimmerman and Kid Leroy and Tucker Wetmore recently. Like these guys are kind of the next class coming up. They're younger than me. It makes me feel a little old, but it's crazy to me to get to still to like be in the game and to be like on the golf course listening to like somebody else's golf cart, and then songs I write come on and I look at them and just say like, I wrote that song, and they're like, no you didn't. I'm like, of course I did. And then
That's
like
crazy.
10 minutes later it's like, I wrote that song too, and they're like, no you didn't. So I still really love what I do, and really as an artist it's fun to kind of, I'm starting to roll out my new album.
Yeah.
My first song, Glory, comes out on Friday of this week, so that's the 17th. And then from then it's just you're in album mode and you're doing everything you can to bring ears and eyeballs to it. But I'm just blessed to have been able to do this. I got my first publishing deal to write songs professionally in 2012, and I've done it. That's the only thing I've done ever since is
Wow.
music. So I'm very it's not lost on me how blessed I am to be a kid from West Michigan making a go of it in Nashville, Tennessee all these years.
That's crazy. Now, are you guitar, piano? What is it?
Well, I'm sitting at my piano right now, so like,
Oh,
but
wow.
I'm like a jack of all trades, master of none. So I wish I was better at all of them or one of them, but I can sort of I'm I'm good enough to be dangerous at everything.
There you go. Now, okay, question 2. First record you ever had that someone gave you or you got for
The
yourself?
one I'm thinking of, I remember this. It's not exactly what you're talking about, but I wrote a song on my last record called Paul, and I remember being a kid, and my dad had 2 albums that he would play on this really cool little stereo we had back when stereos were a thing. And one of them was Randy Travis, that Forever and Ever Amen album, and the other
Oh,
was
yeah.
he had a turntable and he would play Beatles 45s. And I remember falling in love with Let It Be um, and those old Beatles 45s. And so that's what comes to my mind first. First is like is those 2 albums, just because like my dad introduced me to those things, and they're still really special to me to this day.
That's awesome. Mine were Jim Croce
Oh,
and Toys in
that's
the
awesome. That's taste.
Attic. Those were my first 2, Toys in the Attic, Aerosmith.
Very cool. I wrote with Steven Tyler in Nashville once, and it was really fun. I had to give him a ride home. He had a house down here and was making some country music, and his assistant didn't want to pick him up after we were done writing at like 8 o'clock. And I was like, I'll give you a ride home, man. He's like, okay, thanks. And I just drove him home to his house in Nashville.
Wow.
It was crazy.
I interviewed John McEwen of Nitty Gritty Dirt Band.
That's cool.
He told me his first album was C is for Cookie by the Cookie Monster.
That's probably a really good memory. That's pretty good.
That was one of the best. It was like, talk about being honest, you know? I
Yeah.
think we all had all those little kid records, but
it wouldn't have registered with me. That's all.
no,
So
no,
good for him for remembering that long. He's been a music fan longer than I have.
no doubt, no doubt. So, okay, so tell me about the event.
So yeah, we have I'm playing it's an evening with, so generally when you see that on a flyer, it means it's more of a stripped down show. So it's more of an acoustic show. It's me and my guitar player Teddy, and he's playing some acoustic and some electric, and then I'll be playing songs that are off of my albums. I'll be playing songs that are I've written for other people, and I'm bringing a couple of friends that are opening the show. One of them is Joey Hyde, who I've written songs with for years and years, and he's a big part of my artist catalog. And he's producing some stuff for me on this next album. But he also is from Grand Rapids. He's from Kentwood, and so I just love that there's a Michigan connection there. And then another friend that I'm bringing up, his name is Daniel Ross, and Daniel is a writer that I've written with at my publishing company, Big Machine, for years. But he's just on a really great run right now, really hitting his stride and starting to get a lot of get hits and really big songs out there. He wrote Lies, Lies, Lies for Morgan, and he wrote Friday Night Heartbreaker with me for John Party, and Sunburn for Tucker Wetmore with me. And he's just a great friend, and I knew that he would be somebody that people would really enjoy to listen to before me.
So, are you going to tell stories, or are you just going to play?
Oh, I'm sure. Well, the problem is I talk too much, so I'm going to try to talk.
I don't know about that.
I don't know. We'll see. I usually like 20 minutes before I'll write out like kind of a working set list, and then we'll just kind of go from there. But people at like more at those kind of shows generally do enjoy the stories either behind the song or some inside info about like how the music business works. So I can promise you I'll talk too much.
I don't think so. I think everybody is just thrilled to see you, to listen to you, whether you sing, play, talk. We're just happy to have you as usual. You are, you are the man of the hour in Allegan.
Well, thank you so much, and thank you for having me. This is really an enjoyable one. Thanks
Ah,
for giving me a microphone and for helping promote the show for my mom.
well, thanks for doing this. I mean, thanks for spending any time to, support the lake and support the community. It means so much to all of us.
Great. Well, obviously the lake's really special, and I can't wait to get back up there.
Awesome, awesome. Well, the link to tickets I will put in the description here. And
Perfect.
yeah, we hope to see you. Oh my gosh.
Can't wait to see you guys. See you there July 25th.
Awesome, awesome. Ryan Hurd and Friends, July 25th at the Griswold in Allegan. Be there. Thank you
Hey,
so much. It
that
was
was really great. Thank you.